What's up, everybody? It is Adam from Schlock Horror here, your favorite useless YouTuber. So I haven't made a video in a while, not since the start of the year, I don't think. And now we're at the end of January. So I wanted to do a video just because I haven't made one in a while. And then just today, the Oscar nominations came out. So, as usual, I have not seen fucking any nominated movies, I don't think, or any movies that are in the conversation. I haven't read the nominations yet. But as is tradition, I'm going to do a pointless prediction video anyway, where I read all the nominations, go, didn't see that, didn't see that, didn't see that, didn't see that. Generally, all these people are probably good actors, and based off of vibes, I think this person's going to win. And, I mean, it's 50-50. I mean, sometimes when it's very obvious who's going to win, I get it right. And when it's not obvious, I pick the wrong person. So we're going to read the nominations for the 97th Academy Awards right now. This is my live reaction. The only category I know for sure, because it was sent to me, is the Best Actor category. Other than that, I'm going to read them for the first time. But I mean, they're probably all going to be everything that everyone has been expecting. Because I do read like awards coverage and like Oscar predictions, but I just don't see the movies. So, and also even then it wouldn't matter because I'd be like, I can't pick a winner based on that because like I often there's fucking dust on my lens there. Well, not vehemently disagree with the Academy, I suppose, but just, I mean, if I was voting, just the Oscars for most Jews would look different. And that's a whole other thing I can't get into right now because it would take me too long. Alright, so I'm just going to scroll down on the Wikipedia page. I don't know if I want to do every category because, I mean, I don't have anything to comment. I barely have anything to comment about any of these, really. So, okay, so Best Picture. What is this? Emilia Perez is nominated. It's received the most Academy Award nominations for a non-English language film with 13 nominations, surpassing Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and Roma. I didn't see Roma, but Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is a classic that I need to see again. It's showing somewhere near me soon. I think there's going to do an anniversary screening, so I want to see that on the big screen. I love that movie. Yeah, not seen Emilia Perez. I've heard nothing but bad things about it. Very interesting that some apparently might be like a possible frontrunner here. But anyway, let's read the nominees. No surprises. It's all the fucking shit. Anora, The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Dune Part 2. Okay, that's kind of cool. They got nominated. Emilia Perez, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, The Substance, that's pretty cool, and Wicked. Okay, so I should have said, I did see The Substance. I heard that it was getting some awards buzz. I, of course, saw The Substance. So that's cool. That's cool that it's up for Best Picture. It's not going to win, but that'd be sick if it did. Of these, actually, I've heard at various points that some of these named as a possible frontrunner. I don't think Anora will win Best Picture. I don't think A Complete Unknown is going to win Best Picture. I don't think that's in the conversation, really. I think that's like an actor movie. And they're probably not going to give it to Dune. I'm Still Here. I don't know what that is. I mean, I've heard of it, but I don't know what it's about. What is this? Yeah, I don't recognize this. Like, I've heard the name, but I've not seen this advertised anywhere. And Nickel Boys, I've not seen either. Don't know anything about that. So, it won't be them based on that. I heard it might be Wicked. Look, I've not seen Wicked. I've not even seen Wicked the musical. I know a lot of people love it. Maybe it is very good. I always thought just whatever, it's some musical about the Wicked Witch of the West. And then my sister went to see it, and then when she came home, she was telling me what the story was, and I was like, that's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. For anyone who doesn't know what, like, the story to Wicked is, look it up. Like, it's insane what the plot to Wicked is. And that's always colored me against it, and I've never been pro-Wicked. So, like, even when they, like, announced the movie and people were like, oh, no, this is going to be bad because it's got Ariana Grande in it or whatever. Like, remember, like, when it was announced, people thought it was going to be bad? And I was like, well, yeah, it's the Wicked movie. Of course it's going to be bad. And then it came out and some people were like, oh, it was bad. And I'm like, well, yeah, it's Wicked. But then a lot of people also really loved it. I was like, why? It's Wicked. And now it's, like, maybe going to win Best Picture. But also, I'm totally biased in that. Like, this is a total bullshit argument I made. But, I mean, I don't know. But, I mean, how good can it be? But it's like a pretty divisive film, though. Wicked. So, That's good. That would be controversial if it won. I like that there's no clear frontrunner, though, unlike Oppenheimer, like where it was just like Oppenheimer's obviously going to win. This is competitive, which I like. I like that there's a bit of surprise here. A lot of people are hating fucking Emilia Perez. I haven't heard anything good about that. So geez, if that wins, there'll be holy war. Conclave might be the front runner at the minute as well. Conclave is kind of getting a big push. It's one of the few that I'm actually very interested in seeing. Like, I want to see Conclave. I obviously don't want to see Wicked. I don't want to watch Emilia Perez. I have no real interest in A Complete Unknown, to be honest. So, what was it? I've lost it. Conclave. Conclave did seem interesting to me. So, maybe that will win. And there's all these controversies going on. The other frontrunner, I'd say it's probably ultimately between Conclave and The Brutalist. And if those split the vote, then Wicked would win. That's how I think it will happen. It cannot be Emilia Perez. There's all this controversy, like there was the thing with Anora. I don't know if Anora is really that much in the Best Picture conversation. I don't think, from what I've heard. But, you know, there was the controversy with the intimacy coordinator thing where they didn't have an intimacy coordinator on the set. Now, that was by the choice of the actress, is my understanding of the situation, but that caused a whole controversy. So that might have sank Anora's chances. And then there was a controversy with The Brutalist about them using AI in the production of some of that movie. Also, the fact that The Brutalist is like nearly 4 hours long, and apparently a lot of Academy voters just haven't watched all of it. They haven't finished it, so that might damage its chances as well. So it might be Conclave, because Conclave is not having any controversy as far as I've heard. All right, Best Director now: Sean Baker for Anora, Brady Corbett for The Brutalist, James Mangold for A Complete Unknown. Has Mangold been nominated before? Jacques Ardude for Emilia Perez, and that girl for The Substance, Coralie Fargate, or whether she's French. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. That would be great. I mean, that's such an outside choice. I've heard at various points it could be Corbett for The Brutalist, or Baker for Anora, or that guy who made Emilia Perez somehow. Sean Baker, though, I think has been kind of around for a while, hasn't he? I could sort of see it. But then, I mean, maybe are they going to split the vote? Because I just feel in my waters that Anora is not going to win Best Picture. So would they then give Best Director to the guy who made it, or would they give it to, I mean, of those, I guess, him for The Brutalist. Because they haven't nominated whoever directed Conclave. Interesting. Okay. All right. Best Actor now. This is the only one I knew. Adrian Brody for The Brutalist. Timothy Chalamet for A Complete Unknown. Coleman Domingo for Sing Sing. Ray Fiennes for Conclave. And Sebastian Stan as for The Apprentice, where he plays Donald Trump. Interesting that got a nomination, because there's been a lot of controversy about that movie, that Sebastian Stan said he couldn't do the actors on actors interview thing because no one wanted to talk about Trump. So it's pretty interesting that they nominate it. Don't think it's going to win. That's so outside. Coleman Domingo is a good actor, but only in awards coverage have I heard of Sing Sing. Like, nobody that I know is talking about that movie or has seen it. Like, so I don't know. I can't really comment. I shouldn't comment on any of these nominations, but that's a weird one. Timothy Chalamet, I don't think is going to get it. My understanding is it's the front runners are Ray Fiennes and Adrian Brody. It's going to come down between them. Chalamet is also obviously very young and is going to have plenty of chances to win Oscars again. He could kind of become like a Leo DiCaprio figure. I'd say he's got many more nominations in him, and then they won't award him for his best performance, and he'll win for something else. But Chalamet's got, I'm sure, an Oscar in his future, but I don't. This is just not his year. And then Brody and Fiennes, it's between them because they both have that narrative. Brody has sort of a comeback, like he won an Oscar and then just sort of went nowhere for a good couple of years and wasn't really in anything of note. But now he's back as an awards frontrunner, and Hollywood loves a comeback. And Ralph Fiennes has the Legacy Lifetime Achievement Award, where he was nominated for Schindler's List. He didn't win. He's been around for decades, doing consistently great work. He's one of the best actors around, Ralph Fiennes, and he's never won, so that might be seen as overdue. And I could see it being him. That's one that seems pretty close to call. Even people who are following this race seem to not be able to agree on whether it's Brody or Fiennes that's going to win, or they split the vote and it's Chalamet. But I don't think so, and I just do not think the other two have any chance. Like they're just thrown in there because they had to nominate some stuff. All right, Best Actress. Okay, Cynthia Erivo for Wicked. Interesting. I heard it was pretty 50-50 on if she'd be nominated for that. Carla Sofia Gascon for Emilia Perez. Now, let me just check. I do not wish to speak out of turn here. I should have looked this up before. Yes, okay. So Carla Sofia Gascon is transgender. I'm not saying that to make an issue of it, but she is the first transgender actress to be nominated for Best Actress. So that is worth mentioning, and a lot of people are going to have problems with that, and there's going to be a whole thing about it. I don't care. I'm not going to watch Emilia Perez either way. Good for her. Could she do it? Mikey Madison for Anora. Demi Moore for The Substance, okay. And Fernanda Torres for I'm Still Here. I still don't know what that is. I forgot what it is when I looked up a minute ago and I didn't know what it was. So, all the way along, I have been hearing nothing but Mikey Madison for Anora. She was like the front runner the whole time. I thought she was a shoo-in for it. And there was like early buzz for like, oh, could Demi Moore get in at the Oscars? And I didn't think she'd even get nominated. Just because of the way the Oscars treats like horror and stuff. But now recently she's come back, she's won some awards, she's gotten the conversation, she's got a nomination, she's got a whole comeback narrative around her. Every now and then the Academy will surprise you by awarding genre films. Every now and then they throw one in there. So this could be the year that they give it to a leading actress performance in a horror movie. And, oh yeah, again, she's got the comeback narrative. Mikey Madison, that's obviously a breakout performance for her. So she'll have more chances. And there was the thing with the intimacy coordinator. That just might have damaged her campaign. So it's between those two. Interesting, the Wicked nominate. That was one where people were on the fence about whether she'd even be nominated. So... yeah, that's interesting. I mean, she's not going to win, but there you go. Elphaba, good lord. Okay, Best Supporting Actor. Yuri Borisov for Anora. Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain. Edward Norton for A Complete Unknown. Guy Pearce for The Brutalist. And Jeremy Strong for The Apprentice. My understanding for a lot of this, the top two here have been Guy Pearce and Kieran Culkin. I think it's Kieran Culkin's to lose at this point. It's just one of those, it's an absolute shoo-in. From everything I hear about it, he's sweeping all the awards, and he's just going to win. It's going to be Kieran Culkin this year. I'm so glad that Guy Pearce is nominated, though. He is such an underrated actor. I love Guy Pearce. I would have loved to see him take it, but it looks like Kieran Culkin's gonna walk with it. And Edward Norton is obviously a very good actor too. It's interesting. It's weird. It's wild like that. Like he's never won, but it's not his year. I think he has kind of bad luck, doesn't he, Ed Norton? Like the way that he hasn't won is that he gives some of his strongest performances in years that are pretty stacked, where there's just another performance that just outdoes him. Like, was he the same year as Whiplash? Was Whiplash in 2014? Because, like, he was in... yeah, it was 2014. So, obviously, Edward Norton was in Birdman, and that could have been, like... Alright, here's Edward Norton. He's finally going to win his Oscar Best Supporting Actor for Birdman, and he's great in that. And who is he up against? J.K. Simmons in Whiplash. If it was, like, almost any other year, Norton could have won. He could have finally won. But... J.K. Simmons just swept the season. He was, it was J.K. Simmons and Whiplash. That's an incredible performance. So it looks like that's going to happen again to poor old Ed Norton this year for A Real Pain. I saw the trailer for A Real Pain, and it looked like something I might enjoy. So maybe I will watch that film. So where are we now? Best Supporting Actress. Monica Barbaro for A Complete Unknown. A Complete Unknown indeed. I'm not familiar with this lady, I must admit. She's on Chicago PD. Okay, well, I don't watch that. Ariana Grande for Wicked, Felicity Jones for The Brutalist, Isabella Rossellini for Conclave, and Zoe Saldana for Emilia Perez. Alright, this could go one of three ways, I think. I don't think it's going to be Felicity Jones, and I don't think it's going to be Monica Barbaro. All these names have come up at various points. Ariana Grande, I think for a while, seemed to be the front runner. Look, I've not seen the movie, but I just kind of can't believe that, man. Like, I don't know. I'm not an Ariana Grande hater or anything, but I find that odd. It's weird that she's become an Oscar-nominated actress, let alone that she could be a winning actress. But, I don't know. There's not anything I can base that off of. Just, like, I don't know, weird vibes that I get from her. I guess I said I don't want to sound like a hater, but I've always just had a weird vibe from Ariana Grande. I don't fuck with her. It just is what it is. Isabella Rossellini, I heard, was campaigning pretty hard to get it for Conclave. She obviously has a huge legacy, narrative to her thing. She's been around a long time, never awarded. So that could swing it for her. And I've also heard Zoe Saldana is doing very well in this category. She's got a ton of awards this season, like Emmys, Golden Globe, not Emmys, they're for TV, but Golden Globes. They do Golden Globes for movies, don't they? I don't know. So she won a couple of prestigious awards. Zoe Saldana's been around a long time. She's always done a lot of good supporting work. So I don't think she's ever really been in the conversation as an awards actress. But at the same time, there's something about her that feels overdue. It feels like we should be awarding Zoe Saldana for whatever. But again, for Emilia Perez, that's interesting. I heard like way back in the early days of the race. I got to talk obviously briefly now about snubs. So I'll start with the point that I was going to make before I jump to something else, which is what I always do. Is that Selena Gomez is in Emilia Perez, and one of the early discussions around Oscar predictions for this year that I heard was that Selena Gomez might be Oscar nominated for fucking Emilia Perez. And yeah, I mean, not to sound like a hater, but she's not that good. Again, I didn't see the movie, but she's not that good of an actress. I would have found that. And look, obviously, I didn't see the movie, so I can't judge the performance, but I have seen Selena Gomez on that, excuse me, that show she's on, Only Murders in the Building, okay? That's a good show if anyone hasn't watched it. It's very funny. Steve Martin and Martin Short are on it, and they're great, and they're like iconic comedians with a lot of personality. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would say they're inseparable from their roles, and then Selena Gomez is in there as the third wheel, who feels like anyone could play that character. Do you know? Like, it just happens to be Selena Gomez. And then she'll go and she wins, like, awards for that show. And it's like, well, the show is good. You know, one of those things, like, the show is good, so we'll award the show for being good. And then people kind of get swept up in that. And then that's how, like, she wins awards for that show. But she's not that good on it. So I think that was what was happening here. She would have been riding the coattails of being in an Oscar movie without necessarily giving an Oscar performance. Why am I even talking about that? Because she wasn't even nominated. Anyway, the other snub there, what did I want to mention? Jamie Lee Curtis apparently snuck up as a possible outside shout for, excuse me, Best Supporting Actress. I don't even remember the name of the movie she's in. But that was sort of an outside shout. Nicole Kidman is not nominated for that movie. She's in Baby Girl. I don't know what that's about. I just know it's Nicole Kidman, and apparently there was some stuff there. And earlier in the year, I thought a shoe-in for a nomination was, I thought Daniel Craig would be getting a nomination for Queer. But he missed out. I think it's maybe an Edward Norton thing where a lot of people feel like if there was like a sixth place nomination, it would probably be him. I think he just missed out by it maybe being. Well, I mean, I don't know. Is it a stacked year? I don't know because I haven't seen these. A lot of people I heard were very mixed on the whole Timothy Chalamet performance, so maybe it's not that stacked a year. But I mean, he narrowly missed out there, Craig. So that's a shame. I like Daniel Craig a lot. It would be cool, but he'll get another shot, I think. So then there's all a bunch of stuff. I mean, I can't be going too in depth about a lot of these other fucking categories here, especially for movies I haven't seen. I'll just mention if there's anything. Like for Best Original Screenplay, there's also a nomination for September 5th. So I heard that was sort of an outside, could that get into Best Picture? Obviously not. I don't know. That might be good. It might be propaganda, but it might be good. It's got Peter Sarsgaard in it, and I like him a lot. Best Animated Feature. Flow. What is this? Flow. Okay, I kind of recognize the poster. Flow, Inside Out 2, Memoir of a Snail, Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul, and The Wild Robot. I forgot Inside Out 2 was this year. I feel like The Wild Robot is pretty clearly what's going to win. I think it should be Wallace and Gromit. I mean, I didn't see The Wild Robot, but is it better than Wallace and Gromit? Wallace and Gromit should also be up for Best Picture. But I think it's The Wild Robot is going to pretty handily win there. International Feature, Flow, they've nominated. That's an animated film nominated in International. That's okay. Seed of the Sacred Fig, The Girl with the Needle. Okay, whatever. I mean, I haven't heard of... I mean, we've gone from movies that I haven't seen into movies that I haven't heard of. In like the documentary, live action shorts. Yeah, none of these mean anything to me. Who's up for original score? I don't even recognize the name of a good amount of these composers, I gotta be honest. The Wild Robot getting a nomination for Best Score. That's interesting. Occasionally you can get an animated nomination for Best Score. Hans Zimmer won his only Oscar for Best Original Score for The Lion King. That's wild if you really think about it on a lot of levels. That's wild, like The Wild Robot. Like just one that it was an animated film that won Best Original Score when the Academy is so down on animation and stuff all the time, and doesn't always recognize it in the way it should. To give it that award and not put a separate like animated score award or anything, that's impressive. Also, Hans Zimmer has done like fucking tons of incredible scores, and I do love his score for The Lion King, but I wouldn't say that's one of his more iconic soundtracks. The songs in that are iconic. People remember the songs, but that's not the original score. That's a soundtrack. That's different. People remember like the songs by like Elton John and stuff. But the actual score by Hans Zimmer, people remember more his work on stuff like Pirates of the Caribbean, Gladiator. I mean, shit in the 90s like The Rock. Probably a ton of stuff that is not coming to mind right now that is very obvious. What is the very obvious Hans... Batman, that's it, The Dark Knight, Inception, all those Nolan films, I also thought his Man of Steel score, honestly, was fucking brilliant, but that's just me. So, it's just wild that after that, oh, sure, Hans Zimmer is an Oscar-winning composer. John Williams is an Oscar-winning composer. What did he win for? Jaws, and he won for Star Wars, his most iconic scores. But Hans Zimmer won for The Lion King. I mean, could anyone hum the theme to The Lion King? I could, because I'm a film score nerd, but like... If I was like, hey, you sing a bit or hum a bit of The Lion King, you'd start singing fucking The Circle of Life or something, wouldn't you? So that's just a little tangent I've thrown in there. I mean, I'm running out of categories here. Nothing. A lot of the same films repeating at this point as well. Nosferatu got a nomination for production design. That's cool. Best cinematography, a film called Maria is nominated. Oh, that's the one with Angelina Jolie. Oh, that's a snub. I heard she might be back up for Man, like, yeah, that's weird, actually, now. I'd forgotten about it, because I tend not to care, but, like, Angelina Jolie was getting some buzz all season, now that I think about it. It's weird that she's not in Best Actress and someone like Cynthia Erivo is. That is interesting. Anything else? A Different Man getting Best Makeup and Hairstyling. That makes sense. Substance, makeup, and hairstyling for sure. Where is like visual effects? I want to see this. Yes, Better Man. This is what I was looking for. Better Man, the Robbie Williams monkey biopic, did get a nomination for Best Visual Effects, as did Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. It is the Year of the Monkey. Dune Part 2 is on there. Alien Romulus and Wicked. I mean, Better Man's not going to win, unfortunately. It'll probably be Wicked or Dune, I'd say we'll get that. Anything else? Gladiator 2, Best Costume Design. There's Gladiator 2. There's a movie I forgot about. No nominations in any of the big categories. And, I mean, it was pretty divisive, so I guess it can't be that surprising. But no Paul Mescal, no Denzel, no Best Director or Best Picture. Just interesting. Some people thought it'd be in there. And it isn't. So that is the end of the list. Ooh, Babs and Mickey G, Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson. Oh, so there's the Governor's Awards, which are like additional bonus awards. So the Academy Honorary Awards are being given to Quincy Jones posthumously. But you could have awarded him during his life, Academy. This is fucking posthumous bullshit. And Juliet Taylor, 6-time Casting Society of America Award winner. She's a casting director. Okay, it's good for her. And then the Irving G. Thalberg Memorial Award will be given to Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson, producers of the Bond series, for their contribution to the industry's theatrical landscape. Yeah, right on. And the Jean Hersholt Humanitarian Award will be given to Richard Curtis, writer-director of Love Actually, Taylor Swift's favorite film, as well as my own, a brilliant comedic storyteller with tremendous charitable efforts. Okay, cool. Well, does that conclude my thoughts? Probably not, because a bunch of things pop in my brain and then I forget about them. What was the last thing that was a major thing? Challengers got totally snubbed, and that was probably because it came out too early in the year. I think that was the general understanding. If they put it out in Oscar season, maybe Challengers would be in the conversation. But God, then I'd be doing commentary on Zendaya, and man, the stuff I said about Selena Gomez is one thing. My God, the Zendaya stans would not be happy with my thoughts on that. I had no interest in seeing that fucking movie, man. I still don't, Challengers. Even though it's apparently the movie of the year, what do I know? What do I fucking know, man? Because honestly, it probably is brilliant. I'd watch it and go, actually, that was very good. I didn't think it'd be good, but it actually was. So, what are my final predictions here for the... I mean, I have to pick one from the kind of top categories. Best Picture, Conclave. It's going to be Conclave, because people aren't finishing The Brutalist, and there's AI, and it might also actually secretly be about Israel or something. I didn't see it. I just know that's a thing, so that's going to cause controversy. So Conclave is a safe bet. Conclave's going to win Best Picture. Best Director, well, Conclave isn't nominated. And if they're not giving Best Picture to The Brutalist, they'll give Best Director to Brady Corbett for The Brutalist, I think. Over Sean Baker, I think. But I don't know. I don't know. You can't know. Best Actor. That's very hard. Brody or Fiennes. I can't call it. I want it to be Fiennes. Adrien Brody's a great actor. But Ray Fiennes is... I'm a huge fan of Ray Fiennes, so Ray Fiennes is who I want to win. And I am predicting it and willing it into reality. Best Actress. I think it might be Demi Moore. She might do it. I think she's going to squeak past Mikey Madison. Okay, I'm going with Demi Moore. And I want it to be Demi Moore for the substance. I mean, I like Demi Moore. Generally, that's cool for her. But as a horror fan, I want a horror movie to win a major acting award. So... I want it. Margaret Qualley also isn't nominated. That's not a surprise, but just worth mentioning. Supporting actor, yeah, that's Kieran Culkin. Supporting actress, between Saldana, Rossellini, and Ariana Grande. I don't, can they give it to Ariana Grande after she, man, I can't be getting into the Ariana Grande commentary, but just, skeletons in the closet, man, look into it. Saldana, Isabella Rossellini. This is a weird thing to say now, but obviously Isabella Rossellini used to be in a relationship with David Lynch, who just passed away. I wonder if that would have some kind of sympathy sway vote with the fucking voters. I don't know. Then I mean, they've nominated Amelia Perez for a lot, and I don't think it's gonna win a lot. So maybe it will be Saldana. I have to pick one, but that's also not how people vote. I don't think you vote individually, don't you? What? I mean, I guess I don't want it to be Ariana Grande. And in my heart of hearts, I guess I don't really want Amelia Perez to win something, even though I like Zoe Saldana a lot. So I will give it to Rossellini. Yeah, I will give it to Rossellini for David Lynch. In honor of David Lynch, she should win Best Supporting Actress. And that is it. I'm not doing the other categories. So I don't feel like exporting this and then editing it. So I'm not going to cut this at all. I've been trying to talk as continuously as possible without too much pauses. So I'm not editing this. I'm just taking it straight from the fucking camera up to YouTube. All right. So thank you for watching. There's going to be a huge storm here where I am coming tomorrow morning. So if anyone is in my part of the world, why don't you say hi more often? But if you are here, stay safe. And if you're in other parts of the world, the whole world is going to shit. So stay safe out there as well. If you're in fucking LA, stay safe. If you're well, we can't be getting into political commentary, but if you're living in a certain part of the world, stay safe. And you're living in other certain parts of the world, stay safe as well. Just generally stay safe, all right? Don't be putting yourself in any danger. Look after yourselves. Be happy and healthy. Enjoy the movies. If, any good Oscar movies. Maybe, what was the movie I was saying I might watch? A Real Pain. Maybe I'll watch that. Then again, maybe I won't. I'm too busy not working on Columbo reviews. They're being worked on. They're coming. So anyway, thanks as always for watching. Especially if you are a consistent viewer of this particular series. I wonder if for about 3 years in a row anybody's watched an approximately half an hour long video of me doing these Oscar predictions where I say, I don't know. I've not seen that movie. I'm just going off of vibes. I hope the vibes were good. I hope your vibes are good. Okay, I'm gonna press the button, and then I'm not gonna be able to cut it. I just saw Elizabeth Sparkle. What a great name for a character. I think the Substance is getting a theatrical re-release near me soon, so I might try to drag my family to see that and not tell them what it's about. That would be fun if I could get that. I need to check when that's on. I forgot, man. I hope Wallace and Gromit fucking wins Best Animated Feature. I'm sure The Wild Robot is very good, but there are good movies, and there are great movies, and there are perfect movies, and that is the Wallace and Gromit genre of movies. So, yeah, go watch Wallace and Gromit: Vengeance Must Foul if you haven't seen it. Especially right now, we need some good shit in our life. So watch Wallace and Gromit, and it will lift up your hearts. As David Lynch said, fix your hearts or die. Yeah, rest in peace, David Lynch. I didn't do a video or anything. Rest in peace, David. I'm just sticking it on here at the end now. But, like, my God, what a talent. I don't have time to get into it because this video's dragging on. But, man, it's wild that happened. Even if he hadn't made anything in a while, it's one of those things where it's just like, damn, I can't believe he's no longer with us. We're never getting anything from him. And just like a bit less light in the world. I said you need to uplift your heart, and then I spoke about something in a very depressing way. But go and enjoy the legacy he left us. Go and watch your favorite David Lynch movies, or watch Twin Peaks again, and enjoy the mark that he did make while he was here. And do that for all your favorite artists. So many people died this year. The in memoriam section at this Oscars is going to be packed. And even then they managed to miss people. So take comfort in in art, I guess, is the ultimate final point of this video. Even though it wasn't thematically relevant throughout it, because mostly just ragging on movies that I didn't see by going, I heard this was bad, or I don't like this person because of what they said about. Yeah, Ariana Grande had a controversy about a donut where she didn't want to eat a donut, and that made her like hate America or something. Am I having a stroke? Did that happen? Oh, I cannot be getting into this shit, man. Okay. Alright, join me on my second channel where I do pop star drama. I'm talking about fucking... Is it Charlie XCX is getting engaged or something, and Camila Cabello had to play a show in an empty arena, and who was the girl? Is it Charlie D'Amelio or something? She was working at fucking Costco. What's it called? Walmart that you guys got over there where you sell each other's machine guns, and she was like, oh, this is great. But it isn't. Oh, we brought the tone there. I gotta lift it back up before we go. All right. Good luck, good vibes, good riddance to me in this video, and stay tuned. The Budapest vlog is gonna have a new installment. That's just it's an extended edition director's cut. I now need to go to the bathroom, so that's gonna give me the urge to finally actually end this video. But I have to remember to stop talking before I press the button, because sometimes I say like bye and I press it right away, and then when you watch it, it cuts really roughly, like bye, and like it cuts. So I'm gonna say goodbye, and I'm gonna take a moment, and I'm gonna press it, but then I'm not gonna edit the video afterwards. So you're also gonna get the awkward pause at the end. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna press it now. Goodbye. Pressing the button. Goodbye.